Sports. That means one thing only. Now that we're in the Cup cars, that's the C Custom Setup Series. In the booth with me tonight, well, of course, I'm Aquataddy. In the booth with me tonight, I have the ever so talkative P. Colligator.
Hi.
We got a new guy in the booth, DK Brown, joining us tonight.
Hello.
And we have the gatekeeper of the C Series, in-race reporter, Mr. Private Patton.
Howdy, that's me.
He has qualified. Yeah, he has qualified for the B group. However, via schedule, he's going to be staying in the C group and running with these guys. And after watching him qualify, I see why he's in the C group. 18th place for the 21 car. Private Patton
It is a dumpster fire. Oh my God, you guys are not even going to be prepared to see how much of a dump truck I'm racing today.
On the screen, you're seeing how many cars are in the race tonight. That says 27, but minus the fact that I'm in that lobby still. So 26 drivers will be going green at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Going to go over to you, DK. You know a few of the drivers. I sent you the entry list. Who are you looking at as being your race winner tonight here at Atlanta?
There's a couple guys I'm looking at. Ward Burton, one of the fastest guys on the game. Hunty Wild. Yeah, he's always fast. Drives a little too aggressive at times, so we'll see if he's able to stay out of trouble. And DB, those three guys right there, I think they'll be the three there at the end of the race.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for DB the best. He starts 6th. You got Hunty on the pole, Ward Burton starting 3rd, but a guy that has yet to be talked about, Memphis Phoenix, one of the FTR drivers, starting the outside pole with Hunty. Same question, but over to you, Pete Cola. Who you got your eyes on here tonight?
Gotta be them GTR guys, right?
Absolutely
Talk
not.
A lot of talk, but I don't know. We'll see what they can do in customs.
Looks like they're going to have a good advantage as Jacob's going to start 5th and GTR Mike on the inside in 7th. Looking for Jose right now. I would assume 9th. Yeah, I figured they were pretty close together.
Boys.
So they already start nose to tail on the inside line. So the inside line from 5th, 7th, and 9th probably going to be where the first wreck happens tonight. Gonna start the timer, so we should have T-minus 30 seconds. We'll be going green. Yeah, 26 drivers, no cautions. 2 times where there will be 2 mandated pit stops and black flags are on here. What are you looking at, P. Cola, as the key to victory here at Atlanta?
Shoot, man, I don't really know. This first race back, I don't know, what do we run, 25%?
Yep.
No cautions? Probably just
He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what he expects.
First race back.
To be fair, I had asked the same thing as well, so like I had no idea what was going on. I'm just like, do we run stages here?
All right,
I don't know.
I went blue screen, guys. You can accept your invites.
Yeah, we can join. Yeah, we can join.
Patton, you should have already joined.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Whoops. Now we're learning now. I'm starting 18, so this is gonna be fun. There I am, right there. Smack dab in the middle. Pit road's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Guess who's gonna be in the first wreck, starting 18th?
No, I'm just saying. No one ever asked me the keys to the race here. 81 laps. That's 27 essentially. You pit twice. If you can make it 27 laps, you're perfect. You're gold. But getting on the pit road with black flags, that's going to be another thing with 26 cars here. That's going to be insane.
Yeah, I didn't ask you the keys to victory because starting 18th, I just don't see it in your cards here
Oh,
tonight.
I'm 17th now, so I mean.
I haven't
I'm on
got to
the
see it
inside,
yet.
so-
I'm still loading. I'm looking at a Fanatec steering wheel for all your racing needs. Tune in to fanatec.com. Got to get our game sponsor plug-in, I guess. Billy out there cheering for Memphis. Memphis starts outside pole, just so you know, Billy. I'm seeing some lag on my screen, but it was just going. Hunty Wild in the 42 is going to lead us. I think this is still the first lap, probably not. But Hunty Wild now under fire by the 77 of Ward Burton. That is the driver that DK Brown picked to keep his eyes on. So the 77 in the front. Duh, last week's winner at Talladega riding in 2nd. And then you have the GTR boys. Jacob in 3rd. Memphis Phoenix is there in the 4. GTR Mike and Jose Protege in that 38 car. Boy, that's a lot of cars on the track. At any moment, DK and Piccolo, you guys are allowed to speak. Just go ahead.
Alright, yeah.
Honey Wild losing
and we have... That's 4.
That's Memphis, outside pole sitter, going through the grass on the apron right now through 1 and 2. He did a good job of not spinning, actually. That's really hard to do. 1 and 2, you catch that apron, coming back on, it can spin your car around. He got it woed up enough, but now he's running in 26th place back in the pack. Up front, though, we have a battle for the lead. Ward Burton in the 77, under fire by one of the GTR guys. Actually, all 3 of the GTR guys, as Jacob gets underneath him, and here comes GTR Mike and Jose Protege to take 2nd and 3rd from Ward Burton. Going to be very difficult for that 77 outside right now, as he has no drafting help, and this is on normal, so unlike last night's B slider series, that outside lane will not work very much at all with this higher draft package that is here in this customs race.
Yeah, I would go ahead and say.
Oh, y'all are racing on customs? Oh. Okay, we have more people on the grass. That is going to be a wreck up here, and
and
the
Ward Burton hard. And
ooh, there we go. The 77 and the person right in front of me just got clapped. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
A lot of people ran into the 77 after. I think they were trying to get a caution. No cautions here in this group. Yeah, Ward kind of hit the wall, and I didn't see exactly what caused that. I'm assuming some contact. I wouldn't assume the 77 just lost that, but
it looks like the top group up there is being really aggressive, trying to put it 3 wide in the quad, although yes, there is enough space for that, but people don't realize that little turns just don't really suit well when it comes to going 3 wide.
I like making it 3 wide in the little turns.
Well,
up front,
that's why you're our winner there, Taddy. The only person to win twice in B group.
only person to win it all in B sliders. Up front, we have. Yeah, we have, just so you guys can see on your screen right now, we have a return guy somewhat to the league. Again, this is a new league, but Giggity Racing League used to be a thing, and the all-time winningest driver in that league is this 7-car of Mills Canuck Fest. So, good to see him back with an association of that initial league. But yeah, really excited to see what he can do as he's running up here now, breaking his way into the top 5, trying to get around Jose Protege with the 8-car of somebody right behind him. Oh, that's Man, Myth, Legend in the 8-car.
By the way, I made my way up to 11. Thanks for asking.
I can see you on the screen.
Good talk.
What were you saying, Pico?
I just said it looks like maybe the Legend.
Yeah, it took me a second when I was saying his name. Man me Legend. What are you looking at, DK? Where's the racing you're watching?
Well, right now I'm just watching TV. Let's be keeping it clean right there in 4th place. Feel bad for Ward. What happened with
Thanks,
him.
that 19 got a big old tightness right there.
And the GTR guys look like they're going to be working together.
Oh, damn, that 19. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and he's spinning on the backstretch.
That should be Hellraiser, I believe, in the 19. Yeah, and he collects the 37 of Street Machine. Driver I'm not seeing on the track, though. I'm looking through the names real quick. Sorry, guys. Rubbenham. I don't see him with... He was running 1st or 2nd most of last week, so unfortunate that he didn't make it. Going to try to get along with some of these other drivers.
Top 10, boys.
Patton here in the 21, working with your pole sitter, Hunty Wild. Again, the draft is strong, so with that racing going on in front of these guys, these 2 drivers should be able to catch the rest, and that's Long Live the Sauce right behind them. I believe he has the draft with it being on normal, so yeah, the 51 car should still be in the draft, having a chance here.
GTR Jacob, the leader into the wall, the leader 22.
I'm trying, man, it's so hard to even get through to figure out where the drivers are with this many people. Blaney leading the race. I like it. Outside, GTR Jacob outside is able to drop in front of that 20 of DB the best. GTR Mike sitting there in 4th, and you have Daha Jose Protege running in 5th, and Mills looks like he got a little loose on the outside there, but he's going to try to make the move on Daha. FTR Racing out there says plenty of time to get that back, Memphis. There sure is, especially with, again, no cautions. a lot of drivers, when you see 26 people on track, you get wrecked like Memphis did on lap 1 or 2. A lot of guys tend to get angry and back out, and this is what we're trying to see: is who's going to stick it out. And with this many drivers and no cautions, more incidents will happen. So just simply finishing the race, he probably still has a good shot at a top 10.
People are taking that literally up here. I'm seeing a lot of people hitting the apron here going into turn 1 and 3. That's kind of checking up this entire front pack a little bit.
That's
GTR.
exactly what I was about to say. I've seen a lot of cars bouncing off the apron.
Ooh, yikes. Oh my goodness, that 18 just got shot to the outside.
Yeah, the one thing I'm not liking that I'm seeing, they're kind of already doing that Talladega line on the backstretch. That a lot of people, you know, when you're the leader, when you're the 22, it works great in keeping your lead position. You know, run it like a Talladega on the backstretch. Nobody can get the position. Where it really starts being a problem is when second on back starts following him down there, and then people are trying to make moves still. This is
20. Oh my goodness.
This is a hard track to pinch it down on the bottom. Coming off of turn 2 and you pinch it down, you usually leave a gap. The guy behind you gets underneath you, bottles up the whole line, and that is usually where most of your wrecks happen here, is off turn 2 with people trying to run that Talladega line.
67 laps to go, lap 15.
41 is stuck in the wall.
What?
He is AFK.
That the car that was on the inside line? Yep, NASCAR 82 FK. Yeah, I seen as the leaders were going around him, I seen him stuck in the wall. Boy, that's a gaggle up front. I like it. GTR.
How many's in that pack there, Ben?
10. The 51 is struggling to keep up.
That's Saucy in the 51 trying to catch back up.
So,
The 41 car that had wrecked and went nosedive, that was NASCAR 82 FK, aka Francis Smith. He wrote on YouTube, said that his controller died.
This is gonna be dicey up here. The 20 got. Oh my goodness. Clear 3 wide. People did not. Oh, that 38. Oh my. Sorry, there is a lot of aggressiveness up here in this pack right here. A lot of all take and no give.
To answer your question out there in YouTube country, the 11 is in the back because, well, simply that's where he belongs. No, I'm just kidding. That's Caleb Hunt out there in the 11. He started towards the rear, so he's probably just having a hard time. I was speaking more of the fact that Denny Hamlin belongs in the back, but roger that. Riding along with Hunty Wild here on your screen. He's the 42 car right in front of Private Pat, and this is about midway through that front pack, so we're kind of getting a glimpse of everyone. And Patton's not wrong as an in-race reporter. The race is crazy up there. Are you watching this battle right now too, DK?
Oh, 38. Oh my goodness. That just shot the 12 to the outside right there. I don't know. Oh, and they are still side drafting. Oh, and the 38, oh, he's loose, he's going to come up the track. And got into the 20 a little bit. And the 12 goes into the wall.
DB coming to the inside. This is for P2 now in that 20 car. Hunty Wild, Private Patton, and Mills Canuck Fast all on the inside of the 38 of Jose Protege and the 10 of Jacob. But the leader right now is still that 22 machine of Blaney.
Oh, the 20 just starts the 38. Oh my goodness.
It looks like they just caught rear bumpers and they couldn't get disconnected. It didn't look intentional.
It looked like, to me, like either the 20 got loose and just like clipped the 38. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, that was not good for the 38.
And a lot of impatient driving going on. I know that much.
Yeah, too many people that watch Taddy race or something.
11 in this pack now. That 51, because of all this battling, is now able to catch on up. But that,
There's another car right on the outskirts of that pack. I'm trying to figure out who that was.
Are we seeing pit stops already? There's no way.
That's the 16 car.
Well, I'll tell you what, when people run this Talladega line, when people go to make pit stops, that's going to be a bit of a mess.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's the Guardian in that 16. I don't don't believe he went a lap down, but you were talking about him earlier.
No, there's no way we're pitting right now.
Man, this is a yak. Holy cow.
Yeah, I was about to say, I with people running the Talladega line, I can't tell if they're pitting or not. And that's one of the disadvantages of that line. You don't know if they're pitting.
Well, you're supposed to put your 4 tires below the yellow line when you're pitting, but yeah.
Lap 24 this time. $58 laps ago.
There's Mills. Just quietly up there. Right in front back.
Oh, the 20! That was an aggressive late block. Damn.
Yeah, I was sitting
That
there
was-
waiting to see how long DB was
Oh
gonna
my goodness.
right behind Blaney blocking. Blaney's been throwing some crazy blocks.
That 20 was throwing some crazy blocks right there. Oh, and the 12 is going to pay him back a little bit. Pit stops, I think, are happening. The 12, I think, just signaled. Yep. There we go. First of the stoppers here. That means the rest of them are going to probably come on down.
This is lap 27.
This is lap 26.
I would not be surprised if the 12 gets busted for speeding there, because he come down
Damn.
really hot.
No one else coming on down this time. I'm just trying to mind my business right now.
The driver really
How
won't.
many tires looking at that?
21 and 18. So I can go shoot 2 more laps on fuel too. Running in the pack really allows you to save some of that fuel. But we're on lap 27 right now, so people pitting this time. Yeah, that's why I'm going to avoid. And a 38 Rex!
Oh no.
Big wreck.
Well, there was a lot of talk about how the pitting under when they're still wrecking up here. Wow.
Yeah. I'm just going to take advantage of that right now and just be like, you know what? Yeah, that was... So, from what I saw right there, that was... so, I think the 20 signaling the pit, but whipped back up on track, collected the 38, and that just slammed him into the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, that tore up the entire front pack.
Yeah, again, when you run the yellow Talladega line around a track like Atlanta, when you go to pit, the same thing that happens at Talladega a lot of times actually. So you have to put your 4 tires below the yellow line, and then you have to get back on track at some point. Those drivers don't have to let you back on track, but you can force your way up there. You're not supposed to, but I mean it does happen because simply you need to be. The 8 just spun out coming off of pit road. Man myth legend.
I think that's only going to leave 2 people from that whole front pack and get caught up. Right?
What this is really going to do is benefit the 4 of Memphis. He's got a fast car. He was one of those guys that he saved it right out the gate. But with all these guys wrecking, he's actually probably going to pass him as long as he hasn't had any other issues. I'm trying to figure out who the leader's even going to be, and I have.
It's going to be Jacob and Blaney.
Oh yeah, the 10 and
Yeah, it's going to be the 22,
the
22 and
the 10. Yeah, that's right. Those were the 2 not collected as they're going around the 41 right now, NASCAR 82, but somehow the 38 is still right behind them. I don't know. He was involved in that wreck, so I don't know if he just went a lap down. The 41 catches the apron, comes back up, and hits the 22 on the tri-oval, but yeah, I'm going to have to find confirmation, but I don't know if the 38 is actually in third or not. Yeah.
Yeah, the 10 is out. Actually, someone... I am now in P3, so
38 is not
Jacob,
on the
Blaney are the 2 out front. Mammy and Caleb are.
Ouch.
What's up?
He was just saying that Jose's.
What we were wondering about, he's in 24th. I just pulled up his stream.
Blaney to the inside of the 10. This is for your race lead. Little contact made. The 10 gets pushed up the track. 38. Another GTR guy. He is a lap down, but we know he's got speed, right? So here, that could be the best friend of Jacob right now. As no matter what Jacob wants to do, I would expect to see that 38 car go with him. It's basically 2-on-1 right now, as the 10 and the 22 are battling for P1.
22 still clear.
That was.
Pat, you did say you were the next one in line, right?
Yes, I am P3.
What's that gap?
Oop.
4.2 in closing.
By yourself.
Yes.
Well,
2.8 over P4, which is Man-Me the Legend.
he said, man.
Yeah, you would have been in there too.
He,
Been out coming off pit road.
he said, man.
Man-Myth the Legend. Sorry, I'm sorry. You know
No,
what?
no.
I'm kind of racing right now. I don't have time to read.
No. It's funny because that's what Pete Cola called him at the beginning of the broadcast. He said it looks like man.
Well, I mean, I thought it was like Mammoth. That's not right. Man-Myth Legend. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. So I spoke about how that was really going to benefit the 4 car in passing a lot of these guys, right? And so the 18 and the 42, that's Gator Mike or GTR Mike, whatever, and Hunty Wild, the 4 of Memphis Phoenix has now caught back up to them. So the pole sitter and outside pole are back together. Those 2 drivers were in that lead pack prior to the wreck, so that really did actually benefit that 4 car of Memphis Phoenix. And even though those leaders, there's only 2 of them right now in this lead pack, there's another set of pit stops to happen. Anything could happen, as well as because of that wreck, I'm assuming this race to be really spread out, and so they should be catching lap traffic kind of 1, 2 at a time, and somebody could get loose or something happen up in front of them. Hey DK, who are you watching now?
Right now I'm just scrolling down through here. I'm not really watching anybody. I'm just
In the 9
scrolling.
pits, looks like he's done for the night.
Yeah, I've seen him parked a few times. That's Bull Rider. He was saying something in the chat earlier about.
I'll tell you what. The more those guys are actually going to. Props to NASCAR to getting out of the way right there. The more that they actually battle, I already closed in a whole second on them.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of battling. Jacob doesn't want to run in second. He's trying anything he can to get around the 22. He's been going to the outside, the inside, the middle, the bumper. He's used just about everything he can. As he goes to the outside now, entering 3 and 4. Actually, that's kind of funny. I was talking to you, Pat, earlier about the differences here. You prefer, if you're going to make an outside move, doing it in turns 1 and 2. I was saying that for me personally, of course, I'll run the outside anywhere on any track at any location. But I felt that you can get a better run in 3 and 4 than you can in 1 and 2. But simply because in 1 and 2, to save my tires, I was burping it a little bit, whereas in 3 and 4, I'd run it wide open. And so to me personally, you could get a better run in 3 and 4.
Well, the reason why I prefer it in 1 and 2 is because if we don't run the Talladega line, the draft shifts up to the top side on the backstretch. So that's why I prefer it in 1 and 2. But 3 and 4 is just as fine. I mean, depending on, where the lines are. So, like, right now in this race, people prefer the Talladega line. So, like, yeah, I would prefer it in 3 and 4 because there's literally no disadvantage to running the bottom. Or running the top at all. Sorry. I'm trying to race and talk. It's running the bottom. There's no disadvantage to running the bottom at all. My bad. I know racing, I swear.
These guys up front are beating and banging every corner.
And I keep cutting into their lead, so let them do it.
Hey,
Just gain another half second on them.
over to you, Picola. So are you seeing anything here tonight that might benefit you for tomorrow night in the B Custom group?
No.
Okay, over to you, DK. Are you seeing anything that might benefit you? Or are you seeing any one car being able to do something that maybe you might see as a good strategy?
Well, my strategy hopefully is to qualify in the top 3 and from 4th back all wreck and.
There's cautions tomorrow, though. There's cautions tomorrow, though.
You know what? I hope that the caution doesn't come out.
Also,
Well, I don't know. I started in P18. I'm up in P3. So
yeah, I was actually going to say the people that started P1, 2, and 3, just so we remember, Hunty Wild involved in a big wreck. P2 was the Ford Memphis Phoenix. He actually was the first wreck. And then the 77, we seen what happened to him at Ward Burton. So qualifying P1, 2, or 3 tonight has not been a success, as we see the 19 Hellraiser also out of the race, as I see his car motionless on pit road. Yep, of course, that's what
doesn't
you would
matter
say.
about where you start, it's about where you finish.
We're halfway off that. Getting close.
We are actually now clicking over to 42. We are halfway.
I'm seeing a good recovery from the 77 right now, too. We've seen the 16 Guardian, this 24 car. These guys were up in that lead pack also when that wreck happened. So the 77, after his incident earlier, he got back on track, and he's making up a lot of ground, and he seems to be pulling pretty good car, as he's actually now catching the 8 of Man Myth Legend.
Man.
Yeah, there we go. Man me.
Yeah, Ward Burton, just to kind of give a reference, he's in P5 now.
So, yeah, so it's Man Me and then Ward Burton.
Yeah. I unfortunately cannot see past that, but yes.
He's got a big pack.
Yeah, there's a few. He's got the 24 right behind him, and the 16. So I'm assuming those two would be 6th and 7th. I'm not sure. Looks like NASCAR 82 is just on pit road pitting. I'm trying to figure out who's in the 24 car. Tiller. That's Tiller in the 24 car.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. With the field really spread on out, the leaders up here, it's going to be interesting to see if they can hit their numbers, because they're running a lot harder than they would. They're not in a draft to kind of slow themselves up with. So they're just naturally running harder in order to stay up front. So I'm actually curious to see if they can hit their number. 10 more laps until the pit window opens. Don't come down, don't come down. Thank you.
And doesn't have his helper no more.
Yeah, so that actually just changes a lot of mindset. I was literally just going to say I'm intrigued to see what happens on pit stops, because the 00 sideways on the track, but with the 10 and the 38 been together, that was going to make a big strategy call for the 22 on when he was going to pit, right? You can pit first and make up all the ground and have an advantage, right, because you had the fresher tires longer, or you can pit last to have the fresher tires at the end of the run. So that really was going to play a strategy call there for the 22, but that strategy is out the window, as now the 38 is no longer there with him. Do in the 17 car. That car is turning left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. It looks like he's warming up his tires at about 200 miles an hour, as he is covering every inch of the speedway with that 17 Ford Mustang.
That 22 and all that too with the 38.
Looks like Ward has finally caught up to the 8 car.
Yeah, Man Myth actually dropped on back. He's actually lost 2 seconds to me, so it's not so much Ward catching up to them, it's them. It's Man coming back to them.
Nathan Line out there in YouTube, that's Hellraiser. He said he lost the server, that's why he's on pit road motionless. The 77 Ward Burton has passed the 8 car, so he's now in P4.
So I'm closing in on Blaney. Actually, since he doesn't have the benefit of draft anymore, I'm really closing in on Blaney, but Jacob is about steady with me. So we're about running identical times. 3.9.
Jacob about to catch Keith. This could be good or bad for him. He's going to have a little bit of draft there in front of him that he could use to pull, but at the same time he has to make his way around the 2 cars, so could also cost him some time to the 21 car.
I think we also have another few people out of this race. I've not seen them move for a while.
So I believe somebody wants to talk to you out there on YouTube, DK. They want to know who the weird grouchy voice is in the booth.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah, they're talking about you, but Mike RPM says, "Who's that weird grouchy voice in the booth?" And then the hitter responds, "Hey, DK."
Tell him, Mike, I'll see him tomorrow night.
Is Mike even racing? I think I seen something in the Madden chat that he's headed to Talladega or something.
I believe he is going to head this way after the race. So.
Gotcha. Jacob running a little bit higher of a line than you would assume. That could cost him some time. DB the best out here riding by himself. The 41 just wrecked again, trying to get on pit road. Hunty Wild with Memphis Phoenix and GTR Mike. I'm not sure what position they're in. Mills back here with the 11 car. That can't be good. We've seen the 11 was running towards the rear.
Jose. The people pitting now cannot make it the rest of the way. We are at 30 laps to go.
I think. All right, so the 77 is the time frame changing from you to the 77?
Yeah, he gained half a second on me.
Okay, he's got a 4-car pack, so as long as Manme can stay up with the 77 Ward Burton, of course, as I say that, he catches the wall and loses him, but this 4 cars, if they line up, they could actually catch up to these top 2 or 3 drivers here and have a shot at a win here, as there is still 30-something laps left, or right around 30.
If the 77 Ward somehow pulls this win out, I mean, there's not much you can say about an amazing drive. The guy was in a wreck.
The guy flipped like 5 times.
Yeah.
He's doing it for Dale.
Do it for Dale.
The 37 of Street Machine seems to be on pit road motionless. There's many cars, like as I'm scrolling through the field, there's a lot of cars that are in groups, so it makes it look like there's a lot of action, but I have no idea what position. Yeah, I don't know who's racing for position or none of that, you know. The 00 Light 903, he's parked out of the race. I don't know if this is for position, but I sure hope so. The 5 of Moore getting passed by Hunty Wild right now. Moore started last season with us. He is like a true greenhorn when it comes to these custom setups, but he doesn't take anyone else's setups. He'll only build his own and run what he's got. He wants to try to learn and grow as his own car builder, so kudos to him. And I don't know if he's on the lead lap, but I hope that he is, because if so, this is a great run by that 5 of Moore SHR NCRL.
Pit window's open, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of people on pit. I mean, are pitting right now. Word Burton already on pit road. 20 of DB the best, pitting now in front of GTR Mike. I don't know if I see the 18 car shaking back and forth or not.
Good old Ward.
Daha out here, last week's winner. No idea what position he's running in, because these tickers here are amazing. Now remember though, when we got this game, there was a ticker. It was just broken. Oh, the 8 just spun. Coming off of pit road, that would be Mammoth.
That's Deja.
Ooh, the 77 gets wrecked by the 48. And
The 8.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
So, Word got wrecked, you said?
The 48 car is just on the track spinning and caught the 77.
Ooh, OG gamer guy. Well, if anybody thought Ward Burton was going to come back and pull this one out, those chances are pretty slim and none now.
22, is that for second, or take your speed or something?
This is, yeah, that would be for P2. So I'm just gonna, yeah. Well, it is cycling through right now.
Was that about 2.5 seconds? 2.5 to 3 second lead for the 10?
2.8. So I'm gonna be working with him. I'm gonna see if we can get up there because he has pressure tires on me. So I'm gonna. He's like my only shot unless he gets into lap traffic.
Yeah, man, I was pretty close there when I called 2.5 to 3 seconds. I was pretty spot on. So we should be closing in on about 25 laps to go, 25, 26, I would assume.
We are exactly at 24 to go. 23 this time.
Man, I'm getting good with this guesstimating. I was wrong. Hey, did you guys hear Puddin last night when he was talking about the GTR guys? He's like, what do you get if you have 2 gators? A left and right boot. No.
Really?
Yeah, he said that on the stream last night. He was talking about the GTR guys, you and Mike, and he goes, "You know what you have if you got a left and right gator, or you got two gators, a left and right boot."
Oh, I can't.
And then he's like, "And there's Taddy, the Velveeta cheese between the gator sandwich." Jacob in first, the 22 and the 21 working together, trying to get up to him. That's Ford, Ford, Ford. Not sure who's in fourth and fifth anymore. That is Gator Mike is out of the race. He did not come back off pit
Hang on
road.
1 second. The Guardian and
That's another Ford. The Guardian is the 16 car. Riding right here.
4.5 back and 8.6. So I don't know what happened, but
Yeah, Guardian's got no one around him. That's what we were talking about. Word got wrecked by the 48 car. Lap traffic was spinning and collected the 77.
Mammoth is now in P5, so whatever battle they're in must be working for them.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
There's still too many cars. It takes me forever to get around to a battle. By the time I get there, it's over. Mills up here, it looks like he must be a lap down because that's Daha. No, that might be for position, actually. That's Mammoth, who's in fifth. You have the 7 of Mills and the 12 of Daha. This could be a fifth place battle. Looks like the 12 just pit too soon and doesn't have the good tires right now.
With how long this race was, everybody's pretty much same scrap.
What? I wasn't listening to you, per usual.
So the 10 is going to be coming up on lap traffic, by the way. Looks like a bunch of single cars and a couple doubles, but nothing too crazy.
And you're still closing in that gap, I'm assuming?
Actually he gained a little bit, but he's going full throttle, and depending on his gear ratios, if he doesn't save, there is a slight chance that he may actually run out because you actually burn a little bit more fuel than you save. So, potential, because he pit right on that mark of making it.
He
So-
went 1 lap longer than you did.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saving right now, so like that's partially why I'm behind Blaney. I mean, like I can make it now at this point, but like depending on if he does, we'll find out. Depending on his ratios.
Hearing that a bunch of people have dealt with a glitch tonight, that their tires were blowing at 6%. Multiple drivers saying the same thing to me.
Is that before or after direct?
It was as they were getting ready to come to pit road. I'm assuming probably just about the time they started locking their brakes. It caused it to go from 6 down to 0.
I was going to say, I've heard that you lose 5% coming to pit road here.
Yeah. Alright, you still have the 8 car in 5th?
Not gonna lie, I don't know numbers. It's still man-man.
Okay, let me know shortly if that changes to Mills.
There we go, Mills.
Yep. Okay, so that is for position. I just want to know, I was seeing those two race pretty hard. Mills was trying everything he could to get around the 8.
Someone kicked up some dirt in front of us. I don't know who that was.
Trying to get up to the leader pack group now. That's Guardian. He's running
It's
in
probably the
P4.
41, probably getting out of the way.
NASCAR 82. Looks like the Jacob just got around him. We still have the 21, 22 trying to reel in the leader. We should be getting down to, what, 17, 18 laps to go?
No, actually, we're coming to 14 this time.
Okay, so a little bit quicker, right? So eventually these guys are going to either catch him or run out of time trying to catch him, and these two will start battling it out. So we're going to ride along with these two, as this will be the battle for position number 2.
Well, the thing is, to kind of add credibility to what I was saying, is that the time that he's running right now is exactly what we're running. We're like running identical times. So, and that's with me saving in draft. So I think he's going all out, and possibility that either tires or fuel may be a factor for him if he can't get a grasp on it. And same thing with Blaney here, because
I think the one catch-22 with that is when you are the driver by yourself, or if you're the 22 up here, he can kind of set the pace. You guys aren't really catching the 10. That simply says to me with the customs that the 10 might be running wide open, like you were saying, and the 22 may be in a fuel gear or a save gear. With 2 cars should have already caught that 1. So something's going on here to differ that aspect. So the 22 is either not running wide open or the 10 is running wide open. So that's my 2 cents on that aspect. But I'm usually wrong about things.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out in 11 laps this time. Still the same.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm just not seeing any difference. And with this being on normal draft, the 10 being by itself, 2 cars should have easily been picking up about 2 to 3 tenths of a second per lap. So something is causing that not to happen. I mean, that or the 10's just that fast. But, I mean, he's a GTR guy, so that can't be it. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. With Manmouth putting back to P5, they just lost 2 seconds. So I don't know if they're battling back there or what.
Yeah, there's, I mean...
I got back to the 18 spot still.
Yeah, it takes forever to get through the drivers. And then, I mean, 26 started and, what, probably a handful are on pit road, but at most 4 or 5 guys, maybe. Ward Burton out here riding by himself. The Mills in a battle here with the 12 and the 20. This should be for 6 places. It looks like Manmouth has gotten back to 5th. Not sure what happened. And then actually Ward Burton's right there behind those 3, so he's still in the top 10 after everything. But our race leader right now in this number 10 black and orange Ford Mustang, I know that's going to make Puddin' happy, the colors on it, but he's going to hate seeing the Ford up front. But GTR Jacob is our race leader with less than 10 laps to go here. I feel like I literally hear crickets in the background.
Yep.
Are you outside or something?
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, that's weird. Like, usually when you stop talking, like, you know, the old saying, like, there's crickets, but now there's literally crickets in the background.
Just need a little bump
Ooh.
in the background.
Right in front of our race leader, the 4 and the 5 making contact. 5 almost lost control, but he he saves it just barely, as the 10 is going to go inside of him right now and follow the 4 through this. The 4 having a rough night. The 5, I was talking about how he was having a good run. I know that he's at least 1 lap down now. The 4 stays high, lets the 10 go. Good move by the 4. Respectful there, but now the 22 and the 21 may have to deal with these guys as they catch up to him here shortly.
Again, that gap has not gone down at all. Five to go. Yeah, gap has not gone down at all, and I don't know. I'm now a lap to the good, but I was saving.
Yeah, 21 now ahead of the 22. So Private Patton sitting P2, kind of expected that with Blaney being out front, using a little bit more of his stuff than Patton had to. So it really wasn't a question of if, it was a question of when Patton wanted to make a move, if he'd be able to get around that 22 car.
4 to go.
4 laps remaining here at Atlanta as the 22 of Blaney catches the wall. Top 3 pretty spread out here at this point, so we're going to go back and ride along with that battle for the 5th, 6th position. And it looks like Ward Burton has now gotten around the 20, the 12, and the 7. So he is now sitting in P6, but does he have enough time to get a top 5 finish and pass that 8 of Mammoth? I mean, that's a gaggle of cars right there running for 6th place. 4 of them for sure. But you got the 20 of DBs working with the 77, I believe, to try to go catch that 8. If not, on the last lap, I would expect to see those two start battling it out.
2 to go.
As there is 2 laps remaining for the leaders. These guys on the backstretch getting ready to take 2 to go. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have enough time to get to the 8 car, but there is still 2 to go for these guys, so I could be wrong. I'm going to try to go get Jacob
Unless something tire fuel related. No, we're not catching up.
Man, I think I went the wrong way. Alright, there's Jacob. He's got drafting up now with the 4 car. Blaney and Private Patton battling it out for second. Blaney gets to the inside of the 21. This should be the final lap. Good talk, Piccola.
Yeah, good job from the 10. The 22 got me. Yep.
22 got you.
Yep. He timed the run perfectly.
Trying to get over to that other pack. Yeah, and it looks like Ward Burton's going to take 5th place away from Mammoth. Trying to get those guys in here. I don't have to go very far for 3rd place.
And you guys counted me out. Just because I start 18th doesn't mean I can't get up there. I do wonder what would have happened if that first wreck going onto pit lane didn't happen. That was what really broke up the entire field. Yeah, and like I said, it looked like with everyone running the Talladega line when people were trying to signal to pit, just one person came up and took out the 38, and then all of a sudden we were here.
Alright, back to the loading screen. Duh, got the fast lap. Alright. We're going to go ahead and start the post-race interviews. It's pretty simple to do this because, well, your in-race reporter rounds out the podium with a 3rd place finish in that 21 car. Hey, Blaney, I need you to turn the broadcast down in the background.
Yeah, I got you. There you go.
Let me get to your car, Patton, real quick. Alright, Patton, we got to talk to you the whole entire race. You came home with a 3rd place after starting P18. I myself said that I thought that it was going to be a hard time for you to get up to the leader and be in contention to win. You got to that top pack of 10, 12 cars. You avoided the big wreck. What to you was the main factor as to how you ended up with a P3 here tonight?
Oh, probably patience, honestly. Patience and just knowing that, I mean, especially in a race with no cautions. I mean, we did this last season. You can't win the race lap 1. It's just impossible. You just can't do it. So, especially starting in 18th, I knew I had my work cut out for me. So I knew that, hey, you know what? I have 81 laps to get up to the front. Plenty of time to do it, and 2 pit stops in order to really make up some time. Yeah, it sucks that I wasn't able to give Jacob a run for his money. But, you know, there's always next week and the week after that and the week after that. There's always another race.
Alright, the man that starts 18th is in top 10 after 4 laps. Says patience was the key to him getting a podium finish. Of course, I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I mean, you had a good run. We seen, like you said, Blaney just peeked you out at the very last second there on the last lap. Final corner, he got you. Great run tonight.
He did awesome. Awesome race with Blaney and Jacob.
Pico, you got anything for our in-race reporter? Of course you don't. Alright, we're going to carry on and get over to the 22 car. That would be Blaney. Give me just a second so I can find your car. Blaney, real quick, are you on Always Live?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I think you just ran the regular scheme. Alright, so You're up in the front pack all night long. Big wreck happened in front of you. Take us through it.
Uh, well, which one?
The one that took out all of the leaders.
Oh, all the leaders. Yeah, that was really rough. I believe it was the 00 car that came up, hit the apron coming off pit road. It is what it is. I felt like there was kind of an issue that broke us up already before that. So just to be able to be back in the position to fight for that lead again, it for sure was something that I tried to do. But once that happened, it was really hard to try and pick back up that first place car again. Sucks it happened, but at least it didn't change the outcome of my race too much.
Yeah, I really got to ask. So, you and the 21 hooked up the whole final run there after the pit stop, and it didn't seem like you guys were gaining any time on the 10. And actually, we know you weren't because the in-race reporter, of course, kept saying the time margin wasn't changing.
Right.
He was by himself. So, were you in like a fuel gear to save your equipment so that you had something in case 21 made a move, or
Honestly,
was the 10
dude,
just
I
that
don't know
quick?
I don't know. Patton drove me great the whole time, and I appreciate him. He raced me the way he needs to race me. I think it was just not being able to get clicked up the right way, and just didn't allow us to actually increase the time. I wasn't running a fuel saver. The setup that I had, I actually really thought was in a position to win. I could run it flat out the whole time, no hesitation. That's what left me up there for so long. I just feel like it wasn't the connection of being able to maintain the speed the right way that allowed us to catch up. I mean, a single car running his line with nothing in front of him, nothing to slow him down. So.
Yeah, that's like I said. I was just intrigued because I know it's normal draft. So,
Yep.
either way, great run. You got yourself a podium finish. One more position to gain, and you would have had the race win. So, congratulations, and that's really going to help you move forward to try to advance to the B group for next season.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate you having me in for this interview and getting in here again. If there is one request I can have for you is after you're done with all this and after the broadcast's over, if I can have a conversation with you. I'm not mad. I just want to have a conversation. And hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Appreciate you guys having me.
All right, man. Yes, absolutely.
Good run, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going to go to our race winner first. Jacob, do you have your voice set to always laugh?
Oh yeah.
All right, Piccolo, do you want to take this one? All right, Jacob, you apparently were bad fast. You had two cars behind you the final set. You were able to hold them off, and they weren't even gaining time on you. So, did you feel comfortable? Were you pushing the car hard, or were you kind of just relaxing and going out there for a Sunday drive?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. You know, once I got out front, it was more just staying out front and kind of watching that ticker. You know, and I pick up a tenth or two. You know, and I picked up a second or a second and a half until second and third, you know, linked up, and then that ticker went down maybe a tenth, you know. But, you know, pushing it there towards the end, you know, watching my tires, I know entering that second pit stop, I really was taking it super easy there for the last three laps entering, just to make sure that I didn't blow entering. And I think that allowed Patton to gain a second on me and catch up to the 22. But, I mean, overall happy. I mean, it was really tough getting around, you know, that 22, you know, a lot of blocks coming out of it, and inevitably holding up the field. And it was just unfortunate for the rest of the field. I know everybody else is kind of mad. I'm just lucky to get this win and not end up like last week.
Yeah, so with this victory actually here in Season 2 of GC Sports, you become the first GTR driver to get a victory. So you're essentially leading that pack. So congratulations on that, of course. Also, I had to throw that out there with Pete Cola being one of the GTR guys in here.
The first ever? The first ever?
First this season, that's for sure.
All right, Jacob. Well, congratulations on tonight's victory. Piccolo, if you don't have anything else, we're going to go ahead and call this a night here.
I don't have anything. Jacob, do you have any shout-outs for your setup?
No, just happy to be there and I guess be in the right spot at the right time, right?
All right, well, that's going to do it here for the Wednesday broadcast of the C Custom Series. Tune in tomorrow night around 8:30 Eastern as the B group gets ready to go to town, and that should be an interesting one as the Bear tries to go back-to-back on the custom side, which tends to be difficult. And Jacob, don't forget, tomorrow night you are now have the opportunity to be able to race with the B group by winning tonight.
Awesome.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you tomorrow night. From me, Picola, Jacob, Earning Race Reporter, Private Patton, that's going to bid us farewell, and we'll see you tomorrow.